playthrough. We will be finishing Banner Saga 1, and then maybe in a week or so we'll start Banner Saga 2. But I should have got this done a while ago, but I kind of forgot this was going on until I looked at my YouTube. Silly me. You do as I say. I'm not here to argue. I'm telling you that we are dying by the dying by the dozen every day now. We sent our best away with Hakon. How long do you expect us to last? You asked for this command, Fossant. Don't let them across that bridge. Fossa takes his leave just as you approach. Not great timing, you think to yourself. Thank you for your audience. I forgot your name. Rook. Rook, how is Yangvar? Will he survive? I think so. Remember, Yangvar well enough. He hasn't told you why he faced down to Belleru, did he? No, he keeps things to himself. Yes, that sounds right. Yangvar confronted Asunder in his youth. During the Great Wars, he won that fight. None other than the Menders have done that. None other but the Menders have done that. He proved us stronger. Maybe he thought to do it again. Ivor killed Sunder. How did he end up in Skogar? I hate these names. You have to pry that from him yourself. I don't know. He disappeared when the last king tried to name him Kender. Here's you that Jonder would not be on the throne right now had that happened. But why are you here, Rook? Be brief. I'm offering to help you take apart the bridge. Even if there's one more mention of that bridge, almost instantly. If you have nothing else to say, I'll be my damn home. We're all at stake here. Sit upon the throne. Every man I've ever met thinks he's a rival of the gods himself, if only he were in charge. I'm over 400 years old and I know that I know little. You are a child, an infant, yet you know everything. Listen, human, this story is not about you. If you jump from that bridge today, the world would not change. You'll either help Fuss or retake it or leave my city. I don't care which. Guards are quick to usher you from the Great Hall. You don't resist. Stanford nods when you tell him you'll help him destroy the bridge. Reminds you of that plan. Get him onto the bridge and give him time to strike. If it falls, hold off anyone who stops him. Stop Reg or Varro or Light. We're ready. You follow Ivor to the bridge, where the Varro are lined up to join battle. They are ready to step in the next group. When you killed a few, I'll begin. the fighting, Ivar starts laying down lightning at one of the bridge supports. From ahead, there's response to confusion shuffling away from the area. Navarro will notice. What are you doing, Schutzma? 7 more Navarro will join him. Defend Ivan. Stay close. Tell the others, drawing your axe. Now they're just shaking it so hard that you can see from the distance. The shout must attacks. Dead Burrow will lie at your feet, with blood on your hands. Instead, you are forced to revulsion by a thunderous crack and suddenly I've heard it was fast. One, he screams. The stonework crumbles behind you, and the other Varl flee for your lives as the bridge collapses around itself into a deep abyss. Beneath, the dredge who have not been taken with it scramble to each other to overrun the collapse. When the dust and snow clears, you can see a yawning gulf between you and the dredge, and it will be crossing it again. Rough hands from the spoon mob of bar floating to the ground to the great hall. Was there not just one thing I demanded of you? John launches from his throne, pointing an axe in your direction. You've broken the alliance. Human man and Varl are no friend to each other anymore. This is my rule for allowing men in Eden Druff. Do not blame all of humanity for my. There's a bustle at the back of the hall. The Varl part around a shadow figure entering the room. Jandar, enough. The fight could not have been won. They did what you were unwilling to do. Enough of this insolence. I want these people out of my city. You'd gladly let our whole race die? There's nothing glad about it. There are no more Varl being made. There are no more Varl being made tomorrow 1,000 years from now. We are all there is, and will be gone someday. You destroy what we have made. What is left? What else is left of us? Will we have no trace behind, as we have never existed? We are nothing but left but ruins. Now get out of what is left of my lands and my city, and never return. I depart you roughly from the great hall, where your caravan has been hastily gathered together. Of our bones, the hills. At least I have enough supplies. Stifled screams, pale to overlay concern. It was no matter time for the expected mother gave birth. The caravan simply excited this. I just really decided to relax and stream again. Strictly make your way to the family set and most cheerful clansmen. You give them the most heartful congratulations to the parents, telling them how strong the young boy looks. Mother cries and the father thanks you repeatedly. Stop! A resolute voice calls out from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive. With armed figures surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple of wagons, and you never be stopped here. Inform them of the coming dredge. I guess you didn't even know where the dredge are on their way, you shout. If that's the case, friend, says the leader, we need those supplies more than ever. Main attack begin. Okay. Now, time to rank up. Actually, no, I will not rank him up. To the one that is watching, I thank you. But I'm gonna also put this on YouTube. It appears the large figures follow from the direction of Ingvar. Oda watches intently before finally saying, "They have a cart. I can hear it." You slow to get better view and spies more for Kirvan and Varro. Eventually they catch you up. Greetings, Ivar. It's been quite a while since we talked, hasn't it? I know you, Lupin. Lupin? Never imagined you'd be the one to fight a king who made you leave. Someone had to. What do you mean? Belleroy is heading this way. Already, how is that possible? A group of Varro from Wymato showed up around the back of Edendroff, the long way. Belleroy and his army chased them across the summer path, they said. Past Wormtoe? That doesn't make sense. Belleroy was at the bridge. He must have doubled back after the Sifrin appeared. Oh, he fought on the bridge. He led half his forces around to approach Edendroff from behind. The attack of the bridge was a feint? Don't let anyone tell you the dredger aren't clever. Edendroff will fall within a day. Maybe not. He's following you. Thought of one of you might know why. You exchange nervous glances, but nobody speaks up. Must be me then. There's something I don't know. That's quite a grudge he's holding me if he's coming for you, Ivar. It doesn't matter. Our only chance is to get to Surgholm. You know we'll know what to do. We'll join you. I come bearing supplies and warriors who'll be happy to kill a dredger too, I believe. Yeah, that's helpful, yay! More supplies! I need to rest a bit. Thank him. He's made up already. Gonna rest a while. Rest. Here we go. One more time. I'm gonna leave. Everyone stops at the split of the road ahead of the path leading to several piers, off into the hills which are now swarming with familiar black shapes. The ridge that way to crevices of art, the summer leads straight to the summer path leads straight to Cigarone. While we're taking the main road will add several days. They are everywhere by now. Since we go around past Herkside. It's hate to say it to tell you, but I'm not willing to walk in the silver dress anymore. You know we'll have to wait. You turn toward the long round around Herksop, instead hoping you save lives in the process. As you're not enough to see, shouts of fire pull you back to attention. Think we should supply one a few tents and smooth out. My boy points out the brilliant command of organized peasants put out the fire. Look away from the petrified bar and rush to deal with zip blankets the water will come back to combat the fire. The flames seem under control. You're able to retrieve the coughing boy. The ashamed bar retreat further from the camp while peasants count the lost supplies. Oh, that's it. What this was that about? Wonder to yourself. Something about fire? Tells you, I heard of this before. They don't like it. They don't like it. Doesn't change what happened. You think to yourself. Okay. Look at that, shouts one of your classmen. The caravan stops to watch Dread pulling into the village. You just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Alec. But you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivar, pointing to the line of dreads leaving the village, marching towards you. As you watch the dreads in front falls over there, and one behind falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Yeah, the student of Olaf, who defiantly shoots a snow rabbit and a firing arrow down to the hill. That dread top. That's incredible, says Olaf. But we should get out of here. That's right. Let's go. But why don't you come with us? And next time you want to ride that boat, you tell Ned, who nods a smile on her face. A flurry of snowfall seems to come out of nowhere, and quickly thinking that you are unable to see the man in front of you. You shout out to complete halt by screaming winds drown out the sound of a day passing before the blizzard abates, answer to reappear in the snowdrifts. rock had split in and was falling apart, holding up only by the deep snow. Scarcely when standing between the stones, the raindrops were picking up again once we passed through. A war-tended farm with plenty of livestock draws the caravan's attention. On your right, a farmer and his workers stand defensively within plain sight, crude weapons ready. They cross arms, make word. Offer some kind of trade for livestock. Take the food by force. I may not like what I just did, but you kind of have to survive. don't know if we have ever spoken. I'm Ned, you are Rook. I know. We actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you could be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I want to thank you for letting me join. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something. She returns to a tent where her boys are waiting for her. Someone's been nicking extra goods from the supplies, the consumer tells you. I need myself yesterday, no mistake. This keep roll 07. What's I can do watch on the supplies? In a year, any further you place some trusted guards by the caravans. If you could casually point out the extra manpower, but nobody seems to raise alarm for now. The godstone for Ingrid, goddess of the knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes much needed rest. Ivor shoos some children away from the solitary dredge slinger laying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You asked Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replied. Still couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around hours past without warning. The godstone is carved with ancient runes, which don't make much sense to you, though Ivan tells you that some of the Menders have deciphered them. It's how the Menders learn the language of the gods. Past the larger stone, a large series of slabs contain more writing all the way down to the hill. The odd thing he tells you is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Ivan doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Pack up and move on. You are ready to depart when you hear screams from the nearby main godstone. Some people were curious about the dead dredge before shrieking and pointing from what you think must not have been dead. But then you see they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. Wait, says Ever across the chest. This shouldn't have be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. A lady pushes you. Stop, shouts Ever. Your sound lurkers have already seen it. Leave it. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure, in its hand searching for something they can't find. That's a baby. The dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredge the whole day. Why are women and children on their backs attacking us? They are not invading, they are running. And he stops setting their tracks. The entire caravan is around aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. Our darkness, something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it, just as we are running from them. The strength, the quake, it's all beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew? Why didn't you say anything? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sundar during the Second War. We called it Rays. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten and push us back again. I became separate from the rest of the Varl and stumbled upon the Rays deep in the snowstorm. Alone, she was nursing. I threw my axe, and it twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. They didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed a Sundar. When I found my way to Gotham, the Varl wanted to make me the Kendar, next to be king. I left, walked until ended up in Skogar, where no one knew what I have done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. For long, nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature swimming before you. Whether to a vote. While some grumble about leaving it to chance, the caravan votes pretty clear to favor of leaving the event behind. It remains beneath the Godstone as the caravan departs. You invite to hope the episode from your mind. Focus on now reaching Sturholm. You make an unusual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that the bar have gathered. I've rejoined you as you approach. When you rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of the meat house than battling a Sundar? Nowhere to be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. It is 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors and plow hard fists into the dredge. They follow you into the hills, get lost, and now they're not following you. When you do this 100 times, they have a follower leading them. Have you never heard of the time I hit a bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Don't sound by my account. Well, my friend, a lot of the old history is getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can just wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be the oldest Varl in the land, Ubin. I'd never be happy to lose more Varl, Kumar. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than I am. Well, right for you got here. Almost like they remind me of always wasting too much time around doing nothing. In the old days, I was by halfway to a battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming young Var, you could ask the bellower for your arm back. I don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Right then, I'll tell Hirberg you said hello. Kumar and a good many Var warriors head toward the growing army of Dredged. He's going to come back. He always has before. But this time feels different, I fear. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. I have almost stepped on her in the snow. It seems she must have been running from something, he says, patches of the model of pale skin, but her chest rises and falls so silent. So silent. Even just carrying her along could have killed her in a state like this moment. Put her in danger, points out another. Riders stay alert for any threat. While the caravan moves on, the healers rub the girl's arms and legs. No blankets to no avail. An hour later, one healer approaches you with tears in eyes, says he is nothing, only shakes his head. Gather round, doubters. Echoes shout in the distance as Kumar and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage, and behold, the invincible Varl! The caravan drew to see Kumar return safely. Did the plan work? Asked Ubin. Work? Of course it works. Same old dredge should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. And if you apologize, I tell her how I found these. Tossing a pair of leather gloves like big enough for a Varl. He learns to Leans close to whispering to Uben, can't, so Uben can't hear. It had something to do with the raven's nest in a hair tie. Thunder's hand.
As Sigurholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
One catastrophe to another, says Olaf. As you pull into Shergholm, the town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from the dark windows and makeshift hovels spread over the hills. No, says Ivar, looking for Nat frantic. Where is she? He runs in front of the caravan, looking out over the water. You listen to hear and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome. Going up a little, look out of the question. The beach is bare aside from occasional skeleton of food and fishing boat. We reluctantly set up camp in this sinking town. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of the caravan, you indefinitely walked into a debate between Oldef and Ivan. I can't say his name. As long as we need to. I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like vultures in the waste. I'm sorry, Ivert. I think Goldef is right. I saw a man the whole time we were staying up. He's just watching me. In a creepy way. How long before the dredge find us? Funeral will come. Just give him a little more time. Look, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. No, I'm gonna get more this. The heroes. Someone. I'll wake him up. Mode. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno? Worried about? Where does it begin to describe it? He didn't find us here, or something has happened to her. Are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or you don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. What is it like to be a mender? Being a mender? I guess I never really thought about it like that. Just a part of me. They knew very young I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father are both menders. The guild is a lot of people now, builders and healers. Did they pull together lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's only of the reason I know Juno. She's one of the council. She has me control things like this, so we don't end up scaring people. How exactly does it even work, anyway? Well, that's the hardest part. Usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some of the menders carve intricate patterns into the wood to help them remember the shapes of, like I said, hard to explain. Why is the Beller still following us? I saw Gotham as it burned. Ivan, Ivan gets a faraway look in his eye. The thunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varro fell in the thousands. Most of the thunder left the city and headed north. Or that's south. Who knows where they are now? They might have destroyed every town they come to, or heading towards Erebrag. Beller stayed in Gotham just for sport of it, I think. As we fled Eden Trough, I thought we must want to wipe off the Varl off the map. Must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then he came after us. Maybe he knew Arthur was one of the one who killed Rays. Hey, let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. And if we escape the dredge, the serpent said darkness was covering the world. We don't know how long this will take or what it means even. Just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders of Erebrang, if we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. You think what? I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. Appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spent all day worrying about the serpents or Sundar. I think a lot of people are intimidated or scared, maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. Let's rest a bit. Scuffle broken out in one of the houses. Thieves, shout one of your people. What if already running? They took our supplies. Chase the thieves. Come on, you shout. There's only or not. You don't see the draw's fist when it ends the conversation dead. Time to kill thieves! That was dumb of me. They scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them. When you return to the caravan, you discover even more supplies have gone. Missing situation to a fight. Okay. Time to buy more. Now rest. Wish them well. Forgive me, I'm not reading. You leave Sugar home and try to feel your way around the flooded area, which has washed out the road. But you continue far into the wooded area, closing down even further. Already committed. You hope you didn't make a grave mistake. You're still a hero. Open the outpace the dredge. That must be close behind us. You continue further south. If you're so, you hit the open group and then, before finding the land is dry enough to follow back around. By the time you circumvented the mud, you lost a lot of time and hope it doesn't haunt you later. We're almost to the end. I need to rest one more time. Get the morale up. There's an achievement to get to the end 100 days. That's not easy to do. Some clans have discovered a large patch of wild fruit when you approach. Some people have when to sample them. My mother frets about whatever they're safe for hearing. We're going to say they taste funny. Unless they're getting by the basketful. Take a bite yourself. So I watch you eat the fruit. You pause after swallowing and faint choking. After the rest of you decide in panic, but after you see everyone's concerned. So everyone is a little tipsy from the fermented fruit, and spirits are high. As you head off to sleep one night, and of course she's died. I have a couple concerns I wanted to speak to you in private. Find a place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? What are you worried about? One of you folks since I joined you. Your companion from Skogar, they were loyal. I mean, it's pretty clear they died to protect you. Suppose I do the same. What about the Varl? We don't even know half of those warriors. Tell me they have no problem following a man's orders now? Did everything happen in Eden Trough? I trust Einberg to handle it. He's fearless, I give you that, but look at him. He's one ragged. You can't beat her all the time. When was the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? If Cormac gave the word, I would guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force anytime that they wanted to. What do you suggest? Just growing some balls instead of hoping it all works out, Brooke. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us, a mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we were locked out when his mentor didn't show up in Circle. Ivan's just an apprentice. One of the depths is his master came in love. Think about it, look. What do we really know about Ivan? Our deer found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. The enormous serpent shows up and eating off after tearing the water in half. Takes one look at Ivan and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council? How does that make any damn sense? You make valid points. Points you should have been made on your own. And with what you've done to get us this far. But it's always been about trust. Now you stand apart, part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. Only you gasp for air when you look down. One of us holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Vision blurs, the blood flows from your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird with thistle, and the camp becomes a blur of motion. One of us fight from Frostfeller lives into action, cutting people down. As Oda turns to fire on the men, Oda runs her through and runs her through and right from her back without even breaking stride. She drops like a sack of flour. One clean motion. The blade takes Eagle in the throat, and the boy grabs his shield. Enough heads straight to Ella, who freezes on vital terror. You rise to your feet to plane, Eagle in over her dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Enough clutches a wrist, mystic motion. Tosses a bow aside, pulls her deep in the woods. Her eyes in your no, her lips say through. You can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you and Ivor steps into the view, fearsome as you ever seen him. And half my group is dead because I trusted that idiot. But that happens all the time, so you really can't save them, sadly. I've tried before, I didn't know how. But there is a way, I didn't know how. Where is lit? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit, but you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle back and rage behind you. Days of pain, you start to think you lost their tracks. Then you hear that screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You do through the trees. In a small clearing, Alette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and clothes covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Beside her is the body of Onef, an arrow buried in his right eye, placed there by hand. She took you in your direction. I don't know. I killed him, she says. Alette, are you alright? You're in as much pain as the appearance of Alette after her body struggling with Onef. No, I'm not hurt. I had no choice. Dad, your chest, you're bleeding. Suddenly she is at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where is a needle? Olaf, anyone? Ivor, I found them. This is Psycho Black. You see Evan and Ivor, Alette standing over you. Is he going to make it? Your eyes open in the sound of Alette's voice. Normally a wound like that, I only hope I did enough. I'll survive. Dad! That stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling hand to her instead. The words come out easier than you expected. Odef? It's a good thing Ivan was here. She was going to pour through, though it's a nasty wound. You managed to kill most of the traitors, son of a bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Ivan. Nobody expects you to raise the dead. Mounts deeply, putting her hand on his forehead. Why did Ona do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before this happened. He thought my leadership would get us sealed. Other bastard, all this time. We had no idea. I think Gonif was running Frostfeller the whole time. Ikil was always just a barking dog you put in the yard to find one out who your enemies are. It was no accident. Ona went after those of us from Stokar. He must have thought, with us gone, he could take Banner and the rest would fall in line. Worse, they take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest as red bait. We have to be more careful. We can't let anyone join the caravan anymore. We'll be more cautious. None of this changes the fact that Bellura is out there somewhere, following us. The swamp around Circle might buy us some time, but we have to keep moving. Your body aches over, but Ivar's right. The road calls. The caravan's already starting to pack up in camp. Yep, I lost one of my people. He's a character I don't think ever survives. I need to check, Steam achievements real quick. Maybe he does survive. Okay, there is a way to have him survive. I need to figure out how to do that exactly. Anyway, time to rest. Talk to her. How is the wound? Instead of wince as she rises to greet you. It's doing a lot better. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure, well, I'm glad you would have missed me, Rook. She smiles. Without even Ivan, that was all you could have done. Instead, you had to put up with the my crap a little longer. It still looks like you wouldn't believe, though. Or maybe you would. Heard you took a stabbing yourself. Guess things could have gone worse. What do you think about the caravan? You mean should we start kicking people out? That's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first one to give you a dirty look suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. Things a long more before sign. Don't send anyone away. Just make sure nothing happens to Alette. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Sometimes it's only since my husband died. I guess I like to say it's like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I don't have enough to worry about, though. I'm glad to have Alette around. And you, Rook. I'll let you get some rest. Okay, thanks. I'll take you up on that. You know you're welcome to keep me company. When I'm a little more awake, I'll talk to you later. Okay, it's time to finish this game. I know we're close. We just gotta get through this area and deal with the fact that I'm low on supplies, so... You notice the Varro pacing while others sleep. They brief conversation. Other clansmen grow shorter and sharper. Go away, we always one Varro young girl asking too many questions as all clansmen stop and stare. Friendship by making a joke. You think you just ruined her dream of marrying a Varro. Boy, you say, time in the smile right. The giant grins and throws a back at him with laughter. The other Varro joining the mirror from the care and feels uplifted for it. Well, we live north from its space. Endless miles of snow mountains feel its space to be alone. But here, there's no time for such. Understanding slowly trickles through the caravan, really some of the attention. Yay! Moral improved over a joke. I think this is a town up ahead. No, it's not a named town. Oh yeah, it is a town. Villagers are clearly oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they are reluctant to pick up their things to join you. Okay, I need supplies. 43 days worth of supplies, so that should be enough. I'm gonna rest once and then leave. Okay, we are very close to the end here, everyone, and it'll be some time before I play Banner Saga 2. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, heads held high. A word, friends. The man says, "We are poor farmers down on our luck." One hits him and says, "We're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us, and we'll help you fight with some food up front. What are your crimes?" "Misunderstandings." The man says, "Meat houses are confusing. Never know when you drink yourself your share." The woman hits him again and says, we killed, we stolen. We killed a few that had the skills that might benefit you out here. Send the outlaws away. There was so much more then. The man stops and the woman glares at him. He nods and they shuffle away quietly. It takes until the camp to sit to notice that a few of these spices have gone missing. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. "You lost?" he asks. He adjusts a lighter strap on his head and says, "No, are you?" He jumps on his shoulder towards the caravan and tether close, wielding no weapons. "Well, I've seen better," the old man says, peering into the supply wagon, "but I'll join you." He stands next to the fighter, throws a beard over his shoulder. The fighter grins and the stranger exiles, asking, "What are we waiting for? Lead the way. You already got enough mouths to feed. You're all going to join us if you keep pace." "Keep pace," the old man puffs through his mustache. "There's no fleeter than old Yonhar, and husband minding your wives. I'm cursed with golden tongue, not silver. When's your golden lamb and separate me once again." Yeah, I got an old man. I hope he becomes. I really need to find a way to save that character from dying. Another Godstone. The imposing Godstone, I cannot say that name, his severe riches makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to free of the confining forest, and in open fields. In fact, the honor of Bajar, I'll say it once, some of the caravan crack kegs in need month before anyone can stop them. To only God that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks and you're glad the merriment has come for the caravan. Expect the Godstone. You look up the Godstone, Bear's head surrounded by images of cast and drinking horns. Though he's always depicted as being stern, Bejef was one of the most popular of the gods of men in Varl, the one who taught them how to brew. It seems like more than coincidence that the long fields on Stone have always been excellent for growing into your good need for a good drink. Join the merrymaking. You accepted me being offered to help you and settle and enjoy one of the few times you felt good since leaving Skogar. So despite everything that's happened, you're able to let it go for a short while. As an hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The days at Barnjump Stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune. You think so to yourself. You think to yourself. Okay, I got 39 days of supplies left. Here comes another village, but that's not the end yet. And I don't have any renown either. Wait, is this it? I think. No, it's not. Another, the quirky old man with leather headband says, if there's one thing I know better than women in need, it's well, nothing. But I know a group could use some help. Does not really appreciate any help. He clears the store and loudly says the tale of travelers ended with war and death behind them. Seeking hope instead, they carry with courage and using heart and head. A strange poem, but Kieran is happy for a change of pace. Her bows and turns to sister cooks. The even meal is larger than ever, yet the supply wagon seems more full than before. You look to think, I know, but he's gone. Oh! The old man gave us supplies.
Greenleak is more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
Ravennick comes and closes so along the series of farmhouses abandoning quality of a dredge. The farmers have probably fled to the Broker's Guard. They try to hurry past the eventually spotted dredge, third, ambling in any direction. What is this? One points a road up the near longhouse. This is a large creature clothes, seemingly covered in blood. Hearing loudly and stumbling about, he staggers into the longhouse laughing. The edge heading in any direction and turns back to William beginning to pound the longhouse door. They seem to be holding grudge against his particular person. You doubt? Door, hold on. Rush to help. Against better judgment, you should probably do something. The others agree, and Judy means putting them all at risk. As you quickly approach the dredge, it manages to splinter the door and break through. Hey! Shouts Alvaro, all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. Come all this way up here just to join me? It's for me. He seems unconcerned about the dredge and hoists his enormous sword. It's a Varro! I get to have a Varro join me! Yay! There's people in here. There's people in here probably drinking and just watching a battle at the same time. Oh, ow. They sure like killing Rook. Welcome to my mead house, Sigborn House of Mead. Speaking of, I was not expecting of all this or suffer just this drunk. I can see that. There are people huddled in the corners of the mead hall, looking on with uneasiness. Who are these? Who are you people? No, they're friends. They made this place. It's not really mine. You lured the dreads back to the room full of unarmed people. What is wrong with you? Come on, I saved everyone here. They shared some fine drinks, the best drink. Wait, I was saving your ass. Remember that part? If I knew you'd come up here, you could have told me. What do we do with this guy? What are you doing here? Welcome to join us. Let me show you huge barrels, sack of barrels of wood. All they mean and help you haul them back to the caravan. I'll miss this place. Good memories. Yeah, I got people. You gather up the cast of mead and head back to the caravan. Sigbjord, I can't say his name, the other survivors in tow. The caravan gives the bolsterous or a large berth, as you see set off from Bogastard. I cannot say these names. I'm sorry to people watching. These names are very hard to pronounce, and I love Norse mythology. What did I do? There's the pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? Why don't you kind of enough for food and drink? I won't get into the details. I'm supposed to bring those guys from Ivanek back to Buzzguard. I think maybe half by accident. Point is, you don't tell anybody what happened. Now tell anyone about the mead you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You agree to go back. I got a blessing. Interesting. Need a rest? Just get it up. Okay. I need to look at my items here. That's the blood. I think that's it. Anyway, came up, so there's others I can rank up, but I don't have enough for now, so okay, time to leave. I got 40 days of food left, so I think I'll be to the end before that.
Hi.
I'm playing the Streaming Banner Saga.
Hello. Okay. Hello.
I am
As
finally to
steep
the end.
cliffs, the sprawl of Boersgard comes into view. A city of contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation, or our graves.
The Slayer and the Slain. Welcome to the end of the game! Finally, you arrive at Boesgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions, and are littered with bodies of dredge, virulent men. Excuse the mess out of voice from above the gates. Oh, it's you! This Varro is not to be trusted. Looking up, you spy the striking Varro. His face wreathed with matted black hair. Movement of the gates catches your eye. Dredge is still banging on the gate's door. Without luck, let us in, you shout. Please pass. I'll be hearing the end of this for a while, he says, before yelling, "Open up, Bolverk. They dug me out of Ravenneck." You hear a laugh echoing on the wind, and doors creak. A dozen armed men, led by a massive Varro, make quick work of the dredge and usher you into the city. It would be interesting to know they brought a mender. You didn't go to get a mender. Well, where's the mead? Siegberg shrugs apologetically. I guess the mender will do. Either we got a chance now, or we're completely screwed. I'm Rook. We came a long ways, some as far as Skogar. Are you in charge here? In charge of the governor, I suppose. Listen, if you something to tell him, say it now. Otherwise, you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason.
I have stored up to
You will
106,000
see me again.
damage
It won't be
in my Shatter Shield, so I just need to
Fender, come
touch
along.
enemies and they just disintegrate.
We're going to go see the governor. Over can ship and leave with Ivan, who goes willingly in signaling that he's fine. Fiend, this is just like Frostfeller all over again. This is nothing like Frostfeller. The one who is bigger skinned is probably leading the Ravens. Ravens, is that good or bad? It depends on who they are working for. Hopefully, it's really is the governor, not someone trying to strong arm their way into his seat. I guess we wait for Ivan to tell us if he comes back. I'm not worried about Ivan. I'm worried about the army of refugees we bought who don't belong here. You're probably right. Nobody has ever uttered a nice thing about, well, Boesgard. So what now? We ought to go to the docks and see what our options are in case we need to leave immediately. Did you notice the city guards when we came in? What guards? Revealing that Ravens are all they got left. Something serious went down. And when a Bellerer gets here, he's going to walk through this place without even breaking his stride. Let's keep that to ourselves for now. So to the docks. Okay, there's the docks, there's the market. I'm gonna get some food real quick. Only 38 days worth, okay. That's the map. Here's the market. Here's the heroes. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen, except from
Oh
bodies
man, I messed
floating
up
around.
my... Oh shit.
You are trashed and boarded up.
Shit, that's not right.
What
I
happened
messed it
here?
up. Oh well, it's okay.
I'm gonna have to turn you down a bit, Bucky.
Am I loud?
I am streaming.
Ah, my bad.
You can watch if you want.
Also, I had just looked at the job opportunities that are available in Utah for law enforcement.
How's that?
So Moab is available. Moab is the it's a small town that's on the way to Salt Lake City. It's in the Mesas. It's actually a really, really nice place.
I would say if you go back, do it, because Utah and Wyoming are great places right now, and they're unlike some areas.
It's also got a very nice dedicated drug awareness program for kids.
So are you gonna actually try this time and see if what happens?
Well, I have been trying before. The problem is, um, with all the budget cuts happening because of COVID-19, you know, law enforcement was just not happening for me. It wasn't happening. It wasn't
Well, why
happening
don't
for
you try
anyone in
this
my
time?
academy either.
Why don't you try it this time? Because things are kind of going back to normal in Utah because they're being like Wyoming and getting rid of that, um, what's it called? Unemployment
The
check thing.
unemployment thing.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I am trying. Don't worry. My dad and I sat down. We worked on my resume. And we're gonna work on my cover letter next.
Before I go on, do you want to see the ending of this game?
I'm playing Warframe at the moment. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I am streaming. But people were just
Yeah, I know.
did this say no? He's a normal person here. He normally doesn't talk this loud. I had to turn him down a bit because I got a new computer and it screwed up all the settings. Now, I am close to the end here, and if people who are watching on YouTube really want me to get to Banner Saga 2 real quick, I'll do so. Hello, hello.
Hey, Allah.
Hey, if you want to watch the ending of this game, I'm to the end of it.
Nah, it's okay.
They're all
Damn it.
gone, says Ivan.
Nice Vitrify. It's
Crouching alone.
great.
I see you had the same thought as me.
I think I might even do Steel
Ivan,
Path
you
with
were okay.
Gara
I'm
Prime.
fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dread started appearing,
I hate
anyone
you
with a
for
ship
having
and
that frame.
ever
No.
left long ago. People can't stay.
I'm gonna
leave
be
by
honest,
foot.
Hollow.
Foot is
I got
scarce. The market
super
are bare.
lucky.
Forest Guard is a fire kit.
I just
waiting for
happened to
someone
have
tip it over.
other players in my team
So the
that were
governor is
rat
paying
sharing.
the Ravens to protect him against his own people.
Yeah, I
And keep the
other
peace, so to
relics
speak.
to get
More like a
pieces,
massacre anytime a hint of an uprising.
including
If
the
I get
blueprints
other
and-
Where does
relics
that leave
to
us?
farm that stuff,
I promised
I'll
him
help
the
you.
Mender's protection in Hebron.
that would be awesome.
I don't think he's very popular. They're going to start
Also, did
tearing
you
this
see
place
what
down
my
to
Gara
build a
Prime
new
looks
ship.
like? Because I
New
gave her a
ships.
unique
You can
color
ride
set
to
this time.
Osmar River all the way to the capital.
No, I didn't.
It's in the Blueprint channel.
Even
I
enough
am
of a good
currently
city
just
behind.
opening
How long will it
relics
take
to
to
get
build new ships?
buckets right.
Hold on, what happens to people living in
Traces.
Borskard? It's the best I could do with it.
Pretty and
You
nice
thought it would
use of
take
the
as long
cosmetic
as
armor
a
pieces,
month.
too.
You don't usually make ships out of scrap like
Hell
that.
yeah.
As soon as people figure out what's going on here, there's gonna be riots in the streets. How about a month? The middle will be here with.
Oh, no.
And if I happen to get something I want to keep,
Suggestions.
that's
Gods be damned,
added
there's no
bonus.
end to this? What's,
Oh
frustration,
yeah,
leaving you to
Barrow
stand by the
Katir
dock, so
is
that
selling
gives you
the
a word look before chasing after it.
prismatic
Hey, Aphid,
Arcwing weapon.
what do we
So
do
I
about
recommend getting
Bella?
that one.
Isn't that for
yeah, I know that's what I'm going for.
Which Arcwing?
And I might also get the Christmas Super.
It's the
You find over standing in the city walls overlooking
it's
the
the
fields.
dual pistol
Outside,
thing.
Dredger are keeping the
They're doing
distance
nice.
but continue to gather. I'm sorry for that. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you
Also,
off
yeah,
before
if
you
you
say
notice,
anything.
I set up a
You know
katana
he's been
on
through
her
worse.
because she looks pretty
This
good.
feels like someone should cut us a
With the
break
katana.
every now and then. If we want to be standing a month
literally-
from now, we're gonna have to be prepared.
A samurai armor set.
What did you have in mind?
You gotta
There's stuff
complete
our
it with the
clansmen need a
katana.
place to
A
stay.
Vulcan
They'll be
katana
torn to
at
pieces
that.
out in the streets.
Hmm.
I'll keep an eye out on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're
Vulcan
done
is,
for.
by the way,
So
the
we have to keep
science.
them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to
If
know
I
who's
remember
controlling,
correctly, Vulcan
controlling what
is
what, and
the
make sure we get our
longsword
cut.
variant.
Who's going to become scarce.
I think so.
And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away.
And the
But
O
damn mess, I'll do what I
Vulcan
can.
is greatsword.
Ivor explains, I'm leading the attacks with Ivan every time the dredge gets too close to the gates. Listen, we're gonna do is fight this environment every day like
I
this.
am getting so much
I don't need to
galleon.
tell you
I'm
what
gonna
happens
play
if
with
nobody's
it once
manning
I
this
get
wall.
my hands on that
We
shit.
could always use help.
Also, there is another job opportunity when it comes to like applying for Moab. And that's the animal control department.
Cool.
And of course, they mainly deal with the wild animals in the area. Which actually might be a very cool job if I,
I point to the director's wall. There's a lot
after
more of
I've
them.
looked into it.
They're getting braver. We lost a fair number of fighters since
That
yesterday.
would be
We
actually.
wish your help.
You
If there's
get to
nobody
see
left to
how
defend the walls.
actually
One of your clansmen from the
handle
caravan finds
those
you
types
just
of
wanted to tell you
situations.
everything seems to be fine. He says
Plus, there are
regarding
mountain
people
lions in the
caravan,
area.
There was a little scuffle
Oof,
with some
that would
be
fighters
great.
that sorted everything out.
take care of that big kid.
You're never defending the walls. Find source for supplies.
Dude, I saw this clip
Track down
where
the ravens
some
with the
hikers in
scour the
Utah
city for anyone
had an
some
encounter with a mountain lion and its cubs. And you don't want to mess with a mountain lion if it's near cubs. Holy shit.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
pretty intimidating encounter.
Yeah.
And now the
There's a
game gets
lion.
harder.
Mountain lions protecting their cubs, but it's a whole new meaning to mama bear.
Oh yes, when it comes to a mountain lion, I know this personally, along with a goose. Yeah, I've actually ran into a goose nest once, and they both were there.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't pretty. I had to run. I didn't run, but we had to call animal control because they were trying to hurt kids that like to steal the eggs and crack them. Because where I used to live, people in the apartments thought they owned all the land, so they could steal everything from animals. When they tried this with the goose, one of the kids almost got killed by a goose.
Oh, yeah. Geese are
fucking gnarly.
They're fucking deadly.
Especially Canadian ones.
You know the joint in the top elbow of their wing?
Yeah.
That is a solid ball of bone.
Yeah. Especially Canadian goose. They're a lot worse than American goose. I won't be able to read all this, but I have it left here so people can read it. Rook, says Olaf. Approaching someone handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper marking a back street. I'm from one of those places we visited yesterday. There was some misplaced ambush too, though I can't imagine what they think of it. If you check it out, let me know. Dad, there's a riot at the docks, Alette runs, trying to smash the boats. Calm down, he says the ravens are there and worried about things we could hand. I'm gonna go to the location on the note. No deserted. You come in looking for quite a lot of food, he says. I can give it to you. I want something to do. Let's trade. We don't need to complicate these things.
Take
Bullis
that
Guard has
shit.
a lot of people. We don't all get along. You're not from here, so then when you get something that was stolen from me, nobody will come knocking. You do understand, right? What do you want? It's not what you think, he tells you. Just drinking horn my great grandfather's was stolen. This is where much food. Okay, we'll do it. Good. Then we both win. He marks on the area map. Symbols of the hotel next to his real name. Look. Even between us seems to call a light touch. I never not have some spreading rumors about how we got this food.
I need to play Lavos more often. I've basically dumped Lavos for Gar O'Brien.
I lost all the Varl. Lovely.
I need to play Lavos
Slow
again.
down.
So I don't.
While
blame
everyone
you,
is
'cause
asleep, you go to the house
classic.
marked on the map in ancient meat hall, falling apart. Otherwise, not.
Plus, if you have your shatter
shield
shield on and you
Excuse me,
keep
Professor,
spamming
that's-
4 and
we came all
1,
this way from Squatgar. We're wondering if we have
you
any
basically do
Come on,
tons of damage. And if any enemy touches you, it just instantly dies.
Watch for that. I'll do it.
Because you're the glass master. You're literally
Go
a
ahead,
glass
give her a
warrior.
No problem, she says. Keep trade the horn back for food. That's it. The man beams and hands over the food. I thought I was going to be back on my promise, he said. But I do like to complicate things. Come to the market. I'll make sure to give you a fair price on what you need. I need a lot of food because later in it travels over to the next game of how much food you have. So you need a lot. This morning, says
Right now,
Ivar,
my damage is
I
at
saw him. Belor is
128,000
here.
per
The
tick.
number of losses we've taken, I'm sure it won't be long now. We'll need Silent and his staff nearby.
So any enemy that gets too close, just suddenly
Join Ivor in
disintegrates
defending the
like
walls.
my
I'll be
glass.
honest with you, Ivor says. There's too many of them. We're just delaying the inevitable at this point. You catch his eye. Still gotta try. I'm almost to the end. Yay! Even though this game gets harder later on. Number 3 is the hardest game of them all. You gotta win by beating the time, and you need all the supplies you can get from 1 and 2. It depends on how much supplies you have from 1 and 2. And if you get enough supplies from 2, you probably could win the game with no issue of 3. Also, reinstalling Vermintide, huh? And you got that new skill set, huh? Hope you enjoy it, because I'm told it's actually pretty good.
I will let you know when it's done.
You don't want him to buff anyone, so didn't go to buff you. I could have. Well, that works.
Literally, I'm the bane of any infestation's existence right now because they get too close and then they just die. Of course, then there's ancient disruptors, and they're just like, "Oh, you're using abilities? Fuck you." Oh, Smitty died. Oh, shit. My pet Smitty. No. And now my Indus race is back to being rank 30, and I guess I'm gonna use yet another format so that I can actually fully build it. Sure, Blunderbuss. No, Point Strike was. Yes, Point Strike. Then it's Heavy Caliber. Oh, yeah, this is my last forma. Alright. Time to start our run with Lavos. Lavos is great. Lavos is also a very brutal warframe.
He is one of the most adaptable frames. Makes sense.
Oh yes.
I can now build.
Ivor, you begin. Can you really help keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't
Titanium
slept
Prime
for
is
days.
fine.
He grunts unidentifiable. The weight of the situation is crushing.
And I'm gonna sit.
And from far distance, you hear a horn dredge. Don't use horns. A horn. Dredges
And I'm
don't
gonna
use horns.
say it.
It occurs
you're-
to you, Ivan
Hey,
appears
guys.
at your side. As long as the caravan of people comes into view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that? By the way, Vera, I'm almost to the end of this game. Finally, wanna come and watch?
What?
I'm streaming Banner Saga to get ready for the second game. It can't be, says Ivan. He runs towards the gates, shouting. You see the banner. It's Saga. As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open, and you charge into fuel, clearing the path to Dredge. Time to battle
He
again!
attacks you. You just stop.
Time to kill him quickly because we don't need bombs.
Oh, oof. That hurt. Get catalyzed. I will out melee you if I have to. Then I subsumed Lavos' 1 to give it Eclipse. I just do catalyze and then the entire index team dies.
Good.
Let's do some blast damage. Why not?
Juno. I wasn't sure I'd see you again, Ivan. She smiles
There's
and
some
named Grace.
mechanical
Ivan is completely taken aback,
enemies out there.
as though he doesn't
Then
dare believe
magnetic
she's real.
catalyze.
I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Shirkholm. I ran into a problem. I'm putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. We're practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're coming from everywhere. They're everywhere. We noticed. Glad to see you. You made it out alive, Yangvar. It's the others in it. Becomes quiet. He motions towards Juno. You got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since
They're
leaving
all in there.
Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Gods be damned, I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Come on, no need to tempt him by standing out here. Hawkins Cavern enters the city, finding off ways to
Enjoy
dredge as
that
they
shit
go.
then.
the relief of hundreds of skilled warriors, they are now safely in Borskard. Hakan joins you with his personal bodyguard. Ooh, that's a lot of supplies. Behind him, the Prince Ludlin and his entourage are here in tow, though looking less than pleased to be here. I've had one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me. She's pointing to you. I'm sorry, Ivan. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Ivan's power to hold back. He does. Where? She turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days, maybe less. If you are quick as you look, tell anyone who needs to know. Where and why. Not far, says Juno. She pauses and something shifts in your vision for a moment. I know it's hard, she says, voice filling your head, and you've already been through a lot. She speaks again, just the world melts away, but you are needed. You can't find the words to argue. And look at all those dredge waiting to kill me. You don't even believe in the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground. Behind Juno, you are alone, aside from hundreds of dreads who are all facing towards an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on your back stand up.
Hey, take that shit, man. Oh, you do not want to face me against my epitaph.
Those are
Boyo.
dredge.
I will kick your
And they're
ass.
not wanting to kill me either.
I'm gonna have
They
to
honored
kick
this
your
stone.
ass.
Oh my god, Hank Hill is back.
Damn it, Bobby. Don't make me whoop your ass.
We're at the Godstone of Stravs. You guys
Damn,
service you
even
on
my
the red
Zaw
ones?
is
Sure.
kicking their shit in.
It's
You
okay.
can just
Speak softly.
register at the end.
Bruno smiles. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know why
Oh,
this
well.
cut out. You could have come across a profoundly creepy look sincere instead. No, the Dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they
Uh-oh.
can see
Looks
us,
like the annual
but
court
I
did
convinced
actually
them
score.
to become concerned.
That's too bad.
I can understand your apprehension, though. Who are you? I wish we had time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I'm on the Mender Council. You met Ivan, my apprentice. How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and heal wounds. You're right, Menders do these things. Some of us still practice teaching given Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Vaka. We believe I'm the only one who has the influence of the other minds. Then why not take control of the Bellower? I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them. Though some Velka have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling the starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're really matched for Sundar anymore. Our advantage is that we train more Valka. It is their weakness. The Valka pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sundar simply grow and more powerful. Gold and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence to a point. How do we stop it? The God's secrets will play a part, as you will. What are we doing out here? Do you know of the gods, Revs? If you know the stone exists, even amongst those who have lived there their whole lives in Postcard. While Dredge deals in fortune, Strauss taught men to value trade in different ways. He showed them it has consequences, two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the
I
stone?
keep running out of
The
ammunition
gales
for
up
the
here
Corinth Prime.
were
some
away the
ammunition.
stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver.
I'm
The
on
god's
vacation,
dresses weave
not
the imagine
really
by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he
Give me some of
created
that
these weapons to
ammunition.
the gods, and they use them to kill each other. Those who seek the stone call him to the god of trade. The others call him the god of secrets. He was both. Why did you pick me? Why didn't you take Ivan or Hakan? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Ivan must keep Bozgar from falling apart while we are away. If something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived in Bozgar. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alet, no matter what. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the Godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravis. Maybe they see him as a patron, or an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravis have something to do with the serpent of in Edenhof? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I had time at the Mender libraries, I would be unwise to speculate. Of all our knowledge, it always seems though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the
Enjoy
contrary,
that
the less
shit.
people know, the more certain they tend to be. Let's get where we need to go and go. Indeed, you need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay the Bellower. Wait, after everything you told me, a magic arrow shoot the Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that long ago? You know, it's as far away as look in her eye. No, that's not all it takes. What I tell you
Damn
now,
it!
you must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill a Bellower, even where it strikes in his heart. He has no physical weakness, but it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, it will help him believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights you, beside, must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead? That is most insane. We really can't be killed. No, someday he will awaken and realize he is not dead. I imagine he'll be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the Godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Look, I am not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is the sun drop, so be careful. Reaching the back of the
Sorry,
stone, you
man.
start to
I
climb,
think I'm
looking through a
good.
silver vein. Even without looking into the dredge, you can feel
I
you
have not died.
sit to
I
face,
scored
watching you
50
close, held
points
back
and I
only
killed
by Juno's
56
influence.
times.
Panic races through your blood,
Hell yeah.
where it's easier to move. Look for another piece.
And I am ranked 21. Mastery rank.
Well done, she says as back
Alright,
through
let's
the
see.
dredge,
What
their
do I need to
heads
master
turn in
right
unison
now?
to follow.
Okay, I need to
The,
get rid of the
dread
Secura
that
Penta.
lingers and shaking in your hands does not subside for hours.
I am not going to use that weapon ever again, unfortunately.
And we are back. You approach the gates of Boas Guard again, relieved they are still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Love rushes you to your side, and those arms around her once you crept through the gates. Yuna smiles and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from the silver. I have other things to which I must attend. But meet me on the walls when you're done. Time to fill up with food. That's enough. That's all I can have. Let's see. I'll do this one. And this one. This one. And now I need to go to Heroes. Where's the Heroes? Heroes. I'm gonna find it for a second. It was blended in so well. Let's see. I need to rank up one of these people. Ooh, wow, 20. No, well, him. 10.
Ooh, the comma looks nice. Okay, since I just did 3 indexes in a row with Lavos, he kicked their shit in. Like, Lavos just literally melted them. Like, they were nothing. man, the Lotus Ephemera looks so good. Oh man, I would love it. That would actually fit my Gara perfectly. Truly, it would. Ooh!
I got it from the Tenacon live stream. Also.
Oh, I could get the Prisma Duel Decurions. I'ma get it. Okay, then I need to get the Supra Vandal. Oh, you know what? You know what I need? I need the primed Firestorm. Prime
Hey, so
Firestorm
but
and
finally you find
Volcanic
someone willing to
Edge.
craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head. Gets started. Let watches the smith fire reflecting in the distant stare. I talked with Ivan a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. More too powerful. As long as she's on our side. Yet I think I know what's going on to happen now. An arrow, she's gonna make you shoot the Bella, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Ah, crap, I did it again. I know this is where it's going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. You can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? I'll think about it.
You know what? I'm gonna get
When
the
you do it, when
Super
the Bella
Vandal
comes
when I get
when
the
you do it.
chance.
Let me speak. Change. I'm
And
not
I think
asking
I
if
know
losing.
exactly how to level
I'm not
up
afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know
the
I'm a
Super
better shot.
Vandal, however.
Better chance of punching his arrow.
Or not the Super
One shot.
Vandal. The
I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I'll do it. Decide what happens to me.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. No.
Which one was it?
You're in firelight. You wait for tears to come to her eye, but they never do. Just promise. Promise we'll be together. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes the book.
The Prisma Duel Decurions, yes.
Time to
Oh,
finish
the
the game.
Necromech does dual wield them.
Kind of.
Yeah.
There he is.
It holds them both, but only shoots
Yuna's in
one.
a main of animated debate as you approach. The arrow is in your hand.
But you still get the
There's little
affinity
time
for
left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he's waiting for
still pretty
more of his
cool,
forces to
so-
arrive or simply wants to starve us out. For a second, not tell. But he will expect not expect a direct attack. It's a joke, how are we gonna do that? We'll take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge with him. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the ravens? They must protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what's the chance of them their defeating them? So what happened in Edentroth? I think you cannot be killed. This isn't the hero you have forged in the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us, and once his pierced, he'll be vulnerable. Look him in the eyes. You only have one. Do not miss. Bring only those things you absolutely need. I will take all my concentration to get the dredge from swallowing this up. I cannot join this battle. What if we kill
I'm
the Bellower?
so happy
Then
that
what?
the new
Dredge just wander
tricky
away.
mod
That's my
has
belief,
come
yes.
out.
I
Oh
cannot stay
man,
for certain. This is a doomed plan.
I have
Help
been
us
playing the
hold out
shit
until
out of
the
it.
ships are finished. Then what?
It's
Bellower
one. It's
will
like one of the
hunt
most highly
every
anticipated
every step.
Friday
way
Night
to
Funkin'
Ambergris,
mods,
where my
and
sword
when
and
it came
thunder
out,
await.
it was just
Now it's time to speak to loved ones in the memory of the
it was
God
wonderful.
that
It was
pleases you
everything that
best.
I wanted.
In the morning we slay a Sundar. Time to finish this game.
You know what? Sure, let's do an Axie
The silence is what you
Void
remember.
Storm. Let's
You
do
rise
this.
in silence
I think I can do it.
and walk through empty streets. Upon wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other.
I'm gonna do
Your
it.
footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time. Gather your allies today. One thing will end, another will begin. Our actions will decide on which side we stand. Okay. I need some good people here for this. I need him.
No. I didn't want a squad. Shit.
I need Hakan.
Oh wait, that's
I
okay.
need
That's okay though,
Ivor.
because I'm surrounded by people who are good. I'll make this work.
I'll be back.
I need him. Okay.
Quickly heal. Thank you.
not be an easy battle. Bellor's gonna hit someone. No, they're not. Oh, ooh, he's probably gonna hit me.
Hell yeah. The Decurions are fun. They reload instantly too. Enter, enter, enter. Oh god.
I think the battle bugged. Yeah, I think it bugged out.
This is my Grenier. I'm gonna leech off of it.
Yeah, it bugged out.
Whoa!
Let me get back in real quick.
I've noticed I didn't even drink my potions yet. My mega potions. Woo!
Catalyze, catalyze, catalyze!
Whoopa! Ah, fuck.
Alright, I'm panicking, 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 panicking. Stop it. Get that thing
No,
out.
I'm panicking here, buddy. I saw him. Got him.
Take that shit. Take that, it's still
Okay,
alive.
let me back in. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast before we start up again. So give me a second.
Magnetic damage. Alright, time for declaration again. Give me that shit.
What's up, Beauty? Really, you're begging for attention now in the middle of an epic boss fight? The answer? Yes, I am begging for attention.
Come here.
It's a good
Give me
thing I
that
didn't
ancient.
pause. Kitty! Yeah, okay, you're getting in my face, now what? Took a free hit for that.
I'm back.
I don't want to be here. Thank you, Warren, for saving my ass. Mopito. Take it. Drink it. Mommy. No, don't do that. Don't do that either.
I think I made a mistake, already damaging him. So I'm gonna try not to. I'm not gonna damage him and just take down his armor. Well, that helps. Here we go.
Let's see. We got Endo.
And now Rook is dead for real. No, Dad, please help him. And before we even win this, I'm turning up the music. Now let's win this game. He is pissed off. Yay. Alright, now let's see if I can win this with no issue. Now I gotta break his armor again. Probably gonna lose here because I have a good team. He's dead. Damn it, Rogue, not you too. Dad, get up. Help me. Where are the menders? Hush, child, look at me. It's been too long. Put up your hood. You are alive. We must go. You are barely aware of the surrounding chaos as dreads flee from the Varos, our warriors, who push for their advantage.
Hello.
We will carry your father back to the city. He will be honored properly. I promise
Because,
you.
because I just finished some roleplay on Roll.
Oh, hello, Cardus.
Hello.
Oh, you're Cardis.
Hello.
Yep.
I had to turn you down because I'm streaming. Come now. Juno was right. With the Belor following, the Dredge flee the field of battle. You return to Bosgard, but almost no memory of doing so, aside from the image of your father's still body being carried in Ivor's arms. And the end of the game is upon us. So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge do not seem interested in us anymore. Since Belor fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. Those long ships are ready. We'll be able to sail all the way to Ehrenberg. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south has it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakan has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Alette, it's nearly time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Boasgard. Find somewhere safe. One ship is done already at the docks. It has prepared it for work. I don't think I can do this. Come, Alette, it's signed on to your father. In the end of the game. And no matter what, character dies at the end here, so you can't stop that. And that's the Banner Saga. Anyway, I'm just gonna go right through this. Yeah, let's go through. Because the music is amazing. Anyway, that is the first Banner Saga game. We were worried because it didn't do that well, the first one didn't. that it would never get good again, a sequel. Thanks to Total Biscuit, it got a sequel. In fact, he's the reason there isn't a trilogy of this game. He did so much to represent this game, and it's because of him the trilogy ended in the fact that Stoic might actually start making more games. They have not made a game since 3, but we're hoping that we'll see more games of them. But this is the end, and I'll start on too soon. I want to thank you for all staying with me the entire time, and now we're gonna get to the end here and watch and just enjoy the end. And there we go. Wish we could do this with credits in every game, but so just go as quick as we can to get to the end. There you go. And that is the Banner Saga.
Oh, where'd that come from? Holy shit.
I'll play the next game in a later date. Take care.